everyone, it's Miss Julie. So today we're going to be talking about hand washing, and it's really important to wash your hands after you go to the bathroom and before you prepare or eat food. And it's also good to wash your hand throughout the day just to keep germs off of your hands and to stay healthy. So the way we're going to talk about hand washing today is we're going to do an activity at the end of the lesson that's called Apple Food Safety, and it's a hand washing activity. And I think you're going to find it really fun. Okay? But first, we're going to read a book about apples. So if you like apples, I want you to raise one hand in the air and wave. Awesome. Hands down. So this is a book about how apples are grown and where we take them to sell them. And I think you're going to like it. So let's get started. It's called One Red Apple by Harriet Ziefert. One red apple. Pick a red apple from a tree. Drive a ripe red apple to market. Buy a sweet red apple at a farm stand. Enjoy a crunchy red apple. Delicious. Leave an apple core for the birds to eat. Watch tiny apple seeds scatter in the wind. That's a lot of apple seeds in the wind. See small sprouts peek out from the earth. Grow, apple tree, grow year by year from a small tree to a big tree. Wow. Bloom, apple tree, and dress yourself with white and pink blossoms. Oh, and look at all those bees on those blossoms pollinating those flowers. That means they'll have lots of apples. Grow, little apple, grow, week by week until... What do you think's gonna happen? You're ready for picking. Wow, look at those pretty red apples. Thank you, birds, wind, sun, and bees. Thank you, Earth, for one red apple. The end. So this is the perfect time of year when farm stands are starting to open up and you start to see people selling things by the side of the road. And so if you want some fresh produce, it's always fun to stop and see what people have. So to do our activity today, you are going to need a cutting board and a knife, an apple, plastic baggies, a marker, and this is a shoe. And you're going to decide if you want to use a shoe or not. It's up to you. So first you'll need to wash your cutting board and make sure everything's clean to start with. You're going to label the 5 bags with a marker and you might only have 2 bags, and that's just fine. So when you label them, 1 is going to be the control. What that means is the apple slice that goes in that bag, you will not touch. Okay, you will cut it and you will put it right into the bag and seal it, and you won't touch it. Okay, and then you can choose if you want to touch the other apple slice with unwashed hands, so dirty hands on the apple slice, with clean hands, with your breath, so if you want to take the apple slice and breathe on it, or if you want to wipe an apple slice on your shoe. Gross. And then you put that apple slice in the bag as well. Okay? So now it's time, after you put everything in the bag, you're going to go wash your hands and make sure you get all the apple juice off so your hands are not sticky. And then you're going to put the bagged apple slices somewhere where you can watch them for 2 weeks. You're not going to open the bag. It'll start to smell funny after a little while, so you definitely don't want to open it. We're just using our eyes to look at what is going to happen with the apple slice. All right, and then you're going to check on the apple slices every once in a while, and then by the end, you're going to see what happens with the apple slice, and it might start to look pretty gross by the end of your activity. And what I want you to do is I want you to see what slice looks the grossest. Okay? All right, and after you do your apple activity with your grown-up, there is a connect the dot paper. So you're gonna follow the numbers to connect the dot and make your own apple. And then down here, this says, I like apples because. So why do you like apples? And if you don't like apples, what kind of fruit do you like? I know in my house right now, everybody is really loving strawberries because that's what's in season. Okay. And so then there are also a couple other papers for you if you would like to work on these with your parent. So there's a coloring sheet. You could probably do this by yourself. This is all about apples. And on the back of your coloring sheet is a recipe for baked apples and cranberries. It's really good. And then there's 2 more hand washing activities if you get really into this and you want to do some more. So there's a soap and pepper hand washing activity, and there's a cinnamon and oil hand washing activity. Okay, and those are things you can do at home with your grown-up. All right, this is our last class for a little while, so I hope I get to see you guys all next year. Bye!